Hello everybody, this is a yellow, orange, green, and blue belt class. It is Monday, October 12th. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Hope you're ready to kick things off. Man, did it feel like fall today. Walked outside, it was like, it was one of those cold fall mornings, cold, wet, rainy. So if you don't want to go outside, you don't want to venture out, that's why we're putting these videos together for you guys, so you can do your training at home. No excuses though. I know the kids are off from school today. A lot of parents are home. So let's get some training in, all right guys? All right, so as always, before you get started, you have to do your warm-ups. You gotta do your warm-ups. Please stop skipping out on the warm-ups. You're cheating yourself out of your training. It should take you about 7 to 10 minutes to get your warm-ups done properly. Pause the video, do them now. All right, welcome back guys. So, we've been doing a lot of sparring drills the last couple weeks. Now it's time to wheel it back and get back into our fundamental curriculum. So we're gonna do some fighting combinations and curriculum kicks. As always, guys, it's so important to not just focus on your belt level, but to remember, to review, to practice, to train on your previous belt levels. So whether it's your fighting combinations, your curriculum kicks, your self-defenses, your grappling techniques, review, review, review. So you got a lot more than just the drills we're gonna give you today. You can do the drills for every previous belt level. We're gonna get into fighting combination number 1 today, defensive stance, set, Kia. Yellow belt fighting combination number 1 is front punch, back punch, crossing elbow strike. Again, front punch, back punch, crossing elbow strike. Front punch, back punch, crossing elbow strike. Ready, go. Kia. Go. Kia. Orange number 1. Please also notice, guys, let me back up for a second, the pivoting on our feet. Notice the pivots. Any technique that we rotate with the front foot has to pivot. If I do yellow 1 like this, first of all, the elbow can only travel so far. 2, there's gonna be nothing on it, okay? So 1, 2, boom. Look how much farther the elbow traveled and how much power is gonna be behind it because of that pivot. All right, orange belt, same thing. Front punch, back punch, front hook, look at the pivot, palm down, back hook, Kia. Again, front punch, back punch, front hook, back hook. Again, front punch, back punch, front hook, back hook. Ready, go. Kia. Go. Kia. Green number 1. Front punch, back punch, elbow, back fist. Now that's coming straight over the top to the bridge of the nose. We're hitting with the back of the fist right on the bridge of the nose. Followed up with a back punch. Again, front punch, back punch, elbow, back fist, back punch, Kia. Again, front punch, back punch, elbow, back fist, back punch, Kia. Ready, go. Kia. Go. Kia. All right, and blue belts. One of my favorite fighting combinations for sure. Double jab, back, hook, uppercut. Notice how we use the power in our legs in an uppercut. Double jab, back, hook, uppercut. Double jab, back, hook, uppercut. Ready, go. Kia. Go. Kia. All right. Those are your fighting combinations for today. For your level, let's get at least 25 reps in on both your left and your right. If you're going to review at least 10 reps of each of those previous levels that you're reviewing. Pause video, come back when you guys are done. All right, welcome back. So, my mat chat for today. One of my favorite quotes. A quote that I actually live my life by. You've probably heard me say it repeatedly here at Leading Edge. If you are right on time, you are 15 minutes late. Now, there are many different quotes that we use here at Leading Edge that I have created or made up over the years. This is not one of them. This was first spoken by the legendary Hall of Fame coach Vince Lombardi, who he actually had at the stadium, the Green Bay Packers, a clock that was set to what they called Lombardi time. The clock was set 15 minutes early, 15 minutes ahead, so that players, personnel, all got there 15 minutes early. If you are right on time, you're 15 minutes late. It's a mindset. I actually get heart palpitations when I feel like I'm not going to be early for something. Whether it's a doctor's appointment, a meeting with somebody, getting to the school, getting to a class, going to my son's practices, getting to a tournament, I need to be early. Because then I don't feel rushed. When I feel like I'm going to get there right when things are starting, I'm just waiting for that one extra red light. I'm waiting for that one car that breaks down. Like yesterday, a car broke, or I was going down to the beach to pick up the kids yesterday, or on Saturday, and there was a car broken down in the left lane of the Schuylkill. Go figure. In the left lane of the Schuylkill, just stopped dead. Smoke coming out of the engine. That slowed me up by 20 minutes. Just that one thing. If I was planning on being somewhere just on time, I would have been late. If you were right on time, you're 15 minutes late. Now, my wife believes she can be anywhere in Lehigh Valley in 5 minutes. Therefore, you can understand that my wife is generally running late for everything that she has to do. Me, I'm on the opposite of the spectrum, and hopefully between the two of us, we end up there somewhere in the middle on time. The idea here, guys, is as a martial artist, it's a sign of disrespect when you're late for something. It's a sign of disrespect. I know that my skin crawls when I watch students walking in after we've already bowed in or the warm-ups have begun. Now, I know sometimes things happen and things happen outside your maybe you lost your keys, maybe you forgot the diaper bag, maybe you forgot, I don't know. But whatever it is, guys, as a general rule, get to school, get to the bus stop, get to work, get to class, get to meetings. Always plan on being 15 minutes early. And therefore, if the unforeseen happens, you will still have that margin for error. If you're right on time, you are 15 minutes late. Keep in mind too, guys, if you're late for class and you miss the warm-ups, you're not permitted in. Just so you know. All right, guys, last week we were working all sparring. We already started with our fighting combinations. Now it's time for some curriculum kicks. Yellow belts, we're going to be working on the front leg round kick. When we do the round kick, we're going to be hitting with the instep or top of the foot right there. The toes are pointed. So if you look at me from the side, the toes are pointed here. Okay, it's like a straight line down my shin to my toes. Now, when we did a front kick, we hit with the ball of the foot here. Or we pulled the whole front of the foot back there. When we did a side kick, we hit with the heel here, the toes are pulled back. Now when we do that round kick, the toes are pointed there, okay? So the round kick is a rotational kick. We're doing the front leg. Everybody wants to do the back leg. It's so much easier to throw the back leg. The front leg is not gonna have a ton of power, kind of like the front leg front kick. It's gonna be a quick whipping action. So from our defensive stance, I turn the back foot just like I do in a side kick, pointing my heel at the target. And I'm gonna smack the target right here. I point my knee at the target, smack across, and come back. I turn that back foot, point my knee, smack across, and come back. Make sure those toes are pointed. That's everything. Now, when we practice this on a target, in the beginning, you guys might not have the foot position right. So x-ray paper is not a bad thing, or a magazine, or something that's a little more forgiving before you get to a hard target. Okay, so Josh, can you stand on the side, please?
Same.
So starting on an x-ray paper here like this, back up a little bit. I'm going to turn my back foot so my heel points to my target. I'm going to point my knee at the target. Instead of chambering it like I do in a side kick, I'm going to point my knee right at the target. My toes are already pointed, and I smack the target. And I put it right back in front. Now, what tends to happen in class, you guys do your first round kick, and you land here with your feet a little bit closer. By the time you do your second round kick, you're landing here like this. By the time you do your third round kick, your feet are together or even. Then you do your next one, and it's landing back. And all of a sudden, you guys are doing back leg round kicks. Land where we start. Turn the back foot, point the knee, back the target, put it right back where it started. No extra wind-up. Kia. 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 We're going to do it on a hard target. But you do get a better feel for it here. Face that way.
Safe.
I want to line up in line with the target. Sometimes the students get out in front of it, and this actually is going to hurt your foot when it makes contact. You're going to be right in line with the target here. Turn the back foot, point my knee, smack. Now, to make sure I don't bounce off that target, I have to retract my kick right away. If I don't retract, that equal opposite energy is going to push me, rebound me backwards. So I retract the kick. Okay, let's get 25 of those on your left and your right. Orange belts. You're doing spin side kicks. hitting with your heel. Now the name of the kick is spin side kick, but the kick is actually a linear kick. You're spinning around, you're doing a straight side kick. So the spin is what your body's doing. The kick itself is linear. So I'm back here, I pivot, look at my feet. See how I pivot on the balls of my feet here? My feet are not glued to the ground, I can't turn. Pivot, get my eyes on target, now I'm simply gonna do a side kick. Ki, land forward, look at my opponent, and when I reset, I keep my eyes on him here. I don't wanna reset this way, turning my back to my opponent. It's a bad habit. So I turn and look, pivoting on the balls of the feet, and side kick. Ki, land forward and reset. Turn and look, Ki. You don't have to hit this really hard to have a ton of power. It's all about the technique. You just need to land. Turn and look. Kia! Kia! There you have it. Spin side kicks. Green belts. You're on the front leg hook kick. You can put the extra kick on the side. The hook kick looks exactly like a side kick through 85% of the kick. It comes out, it chambers the same, it extends the same, it's slightly off target, like you have bad aim. The last second, you're gonna snap the foot back to your butt. And it's that retraction of your kick, the retraction of the knee and the hip that's gonna cause the kick to hook. So if I'm coming at you, it comes straight out like a side kick, but instead of coming straight back in, right before it reaches full extension, it retracts my butt. Now watch, it's not just my knee. Watch my hip. The hip snaps through. If it was just my knee, it would look like this, and it would stop there. Not a lot of power. The hip is where the power is going to come from on this kick. So he holds that target out. I'll do it on this side so you can see it coming. It's going to come right next to the target. I'm doing a side kick, and I'm going to snap that hip through. So I turn that back foot, chamber like a side kick, extend, and snap it through. Watch this hip. Watch that label right there. You see it snap through. Okay? 25 of those on both your left and your right. Finally, blue belts, we're on to our tornado kicks. Monday morning. I don't like jumping and spinning on Monday mornings, but oh well. Yeah, that's not going to happen. All right, so back up a little bit. So we're going to pivot on the balls of our feet like we did in our spin side kick. From here, I have to bring this knee up and point it at the target. I want to come right through this line right here. What a lot of students do is they get to here, they pick that knee up and they go, and then they jump. Or they do a bunch of little hops. And then they jump. And right through here. Shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Bring that knee right through there. Now it's pointing at the target. Now I jump and I'm essentially going to do an outside crescent kick. Back up a little bit. Turn and look. Pick up this knee right through this line. See that turn my hips? And there you have it, guys. Now, when you're doing your 25 tornado kicks, I highly recommend taking a break after about every 5 to 7 of them, or you're going to get quite dizzy, all right? Hope you guys enjoyed today's training. Thanks for training hard. It's cold, it's rainy, it's Columbus Day, no school, a lot of people are off from work. No excuses not to train. If we're not going to see you on the mat, get your online training in. If we're going to see you on the mat, remember, if you're right on time, you're 15 minutes late. Thanks for being Lima Strong. We'll see you online, and we'll see you on the mat. Oos.